Hey everybody, here I am. Here I'm ready to show you my little fancy trick. It involves our TruShine gel enamel and our lacquer, which, as I mentioned before, they're 8 free. And they are self-leveling and super easy to use. I am the messiest nail polish person of all time, but even I can use these. So I'm going to start out by showing you how to apply our TruShine gel. You can apply it over your wraps. So these are the wraps that I did yesterday that I finished. I don't know if it'll focus for you, but they're nice, pretty turquoise, and I don't know if you can see this pattern. You probably can't. How close can I get? How horrible can you see my skin being right now? So there's this nice little pattern. Actually, let's flip you around so I can show you the pattern. So there you go. There's that pattern. And you can see on my thumb, where my nail is longer, that it actually does get really dark towards the end. So I just want to make sure you saw that, because we're going to be working with some TruShine here. And then I will show you my trick. So, how do you apply TruShine, you ask? Oh my gosh, it could not be easier. And still no dry time. You have cure time, which is 45 seconds per coat, which you'll use our our LED lamp. I love that it's LED because it's not UV like they use in the salon, so it's a lot more healthy for your skin and your nails. I've seen some really horrific pictures of, never mind, we're not going to talk about that. If you want to know some of the horrific pictures, you can message me. So I'm also going to use my mini heater because I find that the gel, you get a little bit, you want a really thin coat of the gel, and I find that I get a better thin coat if I turn this upside down and put it in front of the heater for a little bit. You should start with it upside down, even if you're not going to warm it up a little bit. You should still turn it upside down while you're doing your nail prep. So the nail prep is the same as the wraps. So you're going to push your cuticles back. I'm going to, because I just did wraps, I'm actually going to buff them a little bit to rough up that surface just a smidge, take some of the shine off so that the gel has something a little more natural feeling to adhere to. It doesn't, it can adhere without the buffing, but I find that it just stays a little bit better if you buff a little bit first. So we're going to buff first. Just buff that shine right off. Then you're going to take, I'm using, again, my nail prep cleanser and a cotton pad. You can also use the alcohol prep wipes from the first aid section of the drugstore. I like those especially when I'm doing gel, so I don't get any of the little cotton pieces in the gel. That bugs me to no end, but that's just going to be how we're rolling today, because ain't nobody got time for going to the basement. So now I've warmed up my base coat a little bit, and I'm just going to tornado it between my hands a little bit to mix it. Hello, hello, how are you tonight? Oh, we got lots of people here, yay! I'm excited. Some live viewers. So I'm just about to apply this TruShine gel to the top of my wraps. I do this sometimes just to give my nails a little bit more of a thickness, just because I'm really rough on my nails in general, so it helps them not break underneath the wraps, because I do get nail breakage sometimes, and if I'm like really tough on them, they will break even though I have wraps on them. So I just use the base and the top coats, and then you still see the wraps underneath, but there's a little bit more heft to my nails, to your nails when you do that. So, but this is a key piece of my trick for you today. So, So I'm going to do the base and the top coat. We also have color coats, so if you're a gel manicure kind of person, you can get the color coats, and you can do those in between the base and the top coats, and it's like polish, but it lasts pretty much indefinitely. You have to remove them with gel remover packets that we also sell, and that's really simple as well. So anyway, I buffed my nails, I've done the nail prep cleanser. If you want, if you're a really sloppy polisher, you can take some oil. This is our cuticle oil, which I love to use anyway, and you can just kind of run it right around the edge of your nail, bloop, like so. and then it makes it so that the gel will not adhere to your skin. And actually, if you use an orange stick, you can kind of clean off the edges anyway before you cure it, and it looks like you did this fabulous, like, salon perfect job of polishing when really you just didn't. So I've done my tornado now. Upside down tornado. Sorry, I'm mixing up my steps. That's not tornado. That is what I want to do, but we call it the Karate Kid. This is the tornado. That's the Karate Kid. Here's the tornado. You're gonna swirl the polished brush up and out of the jar so that you get a nice thin coat. So then I'm just gonna polish like I normally would, and I'm gonna watch myself because I don't want it all over my skin. Just a real thin coat, and then you want to cap the tips. There's two ways that you can do this, so I'll do it one way on one nail and one way on the other nail. So you can either just run the brush horizontally over the edge of your nail. You want to get the edge this side. And then I'm going to go back. Should be doing this with an orange stick, but I'm not. I'm just using my other fingernail. Tornado up and out of the bottle. Bottle, that's the word I was looking for before. Couldn't fetch it. Thin coat. And then your other method for capping the tips is you're going to turn the brush in the same direction as your nail. Push, push, push over the tip, like so. Just push it over a few times. That'll get a nice smooth finish. Go over it one more time. Voila. I'm going to do these last couple real quick so I can cure them all at once. There you go. Now, all of my nails have the base coat, so I'm just going to stick them in my lamp and turn it on. Now, normally I would lay this on the table because, like I mentioned, this is self-leveling, but it uses gravity. So if you're tilting your nails and wiggling them all around, you're going to get kind of like a drift on one side. It'll be like all pooling on the one side. Pooling. I am not summoning English words very well today. So you're going to get one side that has a bunch of gel pooled on it, and then the other side will be a little thinner. So typically I like to leave it right on the table, but for purposes of our video, I'm going to show you. Voila. I'm really into the French today. Not quite sure why. This is self-timed, so at 45 seconds it will shut itself off. Just like that. Now I've had my top coat in front of my warmer upside down, so I'm going to flip it back over. Karate Kid. Karate Kid. I'm going to open it up. I'll turn my mini heater off again. Tornado out of the bottle. And I'm going to polish all my nails. I'm going to try to go super quickly so that you don't have to watch forever. And this is clear, so it's not like, you know, if you get some on your skin and you forget to wipe it off, it's not going to make a huge difference in the appearance of your manicure. Just going to rub my thumbnail under those, and we're going to cure again. Pretty simple, right? How fast was that? And I'm just about done now with this one. My next step, which I'm going to prep right now while I'm waiting. I'm going to take this nail prep cleanser one more time. Get it on my cotton pad all ready to roll. Still curing. All done. Now there's a little bit of a sticky residue on top of this, which is why I'm going to take the nail prep cleanser or rubbing alcohol or whatever, alcohol prep pads, and just wipe them off, and they're done. Dry to the touch. Perfect. So that's the TruShine gel system. Like I said, if you want, you can put the color coats in between. Comment below if you want me to show you a color coat. I can do that on the other hand tomorrow, because I haven't done any TruShine on this side. So I'll leave it and I'll put it on tomorrow, and you can let me know if you want colors. So now here's my trick. So if you're an interpreter or you're a professional in an office where you're expected to have like a neutral nail color, if you're an actor and you need to have neutral nails for shows, this is a real simple way to have your fun nails when you want them and the neutral nails when you need them. So I've put TruShine on my thumbs already because I usually do 4 fingers, 2 thumbs at the same time. That's how I cure. So these 4 fingers cure, these 4 fingers cure, 2 thumbs cure. And I do base and top, base and top, base and top. That's just easier for me than everything's done. Especially because I have kids who need me. So what I've done, now I showed you I'm going to flip you around again. I showed you my pattern before. So this is the pattern that's on my thumb. See if I can make this focus. It super doesn't want to. There we go. So I showed you the pattern on my thumb before. It's that pink, teal, turquoise, whatever, sea foam, and dark blue ombre. I have the same wrap on my other thumb. Let's see. There you go. So I have a completely neutral nail. I think you can see that. I swear to you, the same wrap is underneath, and I'll show you in a minute. So on top of this nail, I have TruShine, just top and base coat, and then I applied our Barely There lacquer over top of that. So Barely There gives me a really neutral nail. Then, when I want my wrap back, I'm going to take my wrap and lacquer remover. Now the TruShine is impervious to the wrap and lacquer remover. So now, let's see if we can get a focus on this. Well, it doesn't matter. I can show you in a minute. I remove the lacquer. And my wrap is good as new. Isn't that magical? To my interpreter friends, Annie especially, I'm sure this is going to open up a world of possibility for you. If you want to know, that was it was 2.5-ish coats of the Barely There lacquer. I didn't do any base coat or any top coat because I knew I wasn't going to leave it on. So it was literally just for when I wanted to do this demonstration. It was super easy to take off with the wrap and lacquer remover, as you saw, and my wrap is completely undamaged, still perfectly sealed. So the nice thing about doing TruShine over top of wraps as well is normally you'd need the gel packets to remove, or gel remover packets to remove gel color from your nails. If you apply over top of a wrap though, you can remove the same way that I showed you to remove the wraps, because the gel isn't actually adhered to your nail, it's adhered to the wrap instead. Makes removing the gel super easy. This is like one of my favorite things. I'm going to flip you back around. This is one of my absolute favorite things that Jamberry can do. I feel like it like blew my mind. I was like, I can do whatever I want. I have so many options. If I get sick of my wraps, I can put gel over top of them. I can put lacquer over top of them. If I want to look a little different, I've got an interview coming up. No, I don't interview. Whatever. If I need to look a little more professional, I'm doing a church performance or whatever. I can change my nails for, one day if it's a holiday, and and I'm all set. So comment below, let me know that you watched the video, tell me what your favorite thing was about it, so tell me if you think that's something that might work for you. I'm so curious if you think that that would be a beneficial trick for you.